UCC code officials were here yesterday. They wouldn't let them in, so now I'm here.
Mayor Baraka was arrested during a protest outside the Delaney Hall ICE Detention Center.
This is the People Before Politics show, broadcast every Sunday at 6 p.m. Hosts Damon K. Jones and A.J. Woodson bring you the news that impacts our community. Join us for unfiltered, unapologetic coverage of the stories that matter most.
On May 9th, 2025, an image circulated across social media and news outlets. Newark Mayor Baraka, in a suit, walking past armed federal agents outside the Delaney Hall ICE detention facility. Moments later, he was in handcuffs. His arrest sparked headlines, outrage, and a deeper discussion on the limits of protest, state sovereignty, and the federal government's power in immigration enforcement. But what really happened that day? And what does it mean for New Jersey and for America?
Out here this morning, please.
They won't let our folks in. They wouldn't let us in yesterday, so we're here today trying to get in, and we're going to get in today.
Who do you believe is inside?
It doesn't matter who's inside. I think they may have detainees in there. They're not supposed to be in there. That's our position. Nobody's supposed to be in there. We've allowed the courts to negotiate this when there was no detainees in the building. It was just workers, GO, and us. ICE don't have a long-term lease with these folks, so GO is completely responsible. They're hiding behind ICE right now. Keep telling our folks that ICE has to give us permission to get in, which is completely not true. The fire officials can go into any building anytime they want to do any inspections. They're not allowing them in. I wasn't here yesterday. The fire officials and UCC code officials were here yesterday. They wouldn't let them in, so now I'm here.
Mayor Baraka was arrested during a protest outside the Delaney Hall ICE Detention Center, located right in Newark, New Jersey. He joined a coalition of community activists and elected officials in speaking out against the facility's reopening under a new $1 billion federal contract with private prison operator GEO Group. Baraka attempted to join U.S. Representatives Bonnie Watson-Coleman, LaMonica McIver, and Rob Menendez as they sought access to inspect the facility. But unlike the congressional delegation, Baraka was not granted permission. Federal officers stated he ignored warnings and entered a restricted area, prompting Homeland Security Investigations agents to detain him on charges of trespassing on federal property.
Circle the mayor! Circle the mayor!
Watch out! Watch out!
Where's my congresswoman? Where's my congresswoman? Where's my congresswoman?
Don't touch us! Don't touch us!
Get off of us!
Don't touch
Get off of us!
Don't touch us!
Get your hands off of us! Get your hands off! Get off of us! Don't put your hands on her either! Don't put your hands on her either!
To understand the stakes, we need to look at the facility itself. Delaney Hall has long been the subject of criticism. Operated by GEO Group, a private prison contractor, it was previously shut down due to legal battles and community opposition. In 2021, New Jersey passed a law banning the operation of private immigration detention centers in the state. But ICE found a way around that. The new federal contract, signed in April 2025, revived operations at Delaney Hall, citing federal jurisdiction over immigration enforcement. Local leaders argue this violates both the spirit and the letter of New Jersey law. The state says it has no record of the required permits being filed. City officials warn the facility lacks proper fire, health, and safety approvals.
And make sure, because anybody can sign any piece of paper and say this is what we did outside. We have to check that. So,
But ICE insists it's operating legally under federal authority. Governor Phil Murphy called the arrest unjust and outrageous. In a public statement, he emphasized that New Jersey does not support the reintroduction of private detention facilities. Attorney General Matt Placken added that arresting public officials for a peaceful protest violates democratic values. Supporters of Baraka say this was a political arrest designed to intimidate dissent. They believe it sends a dangerous message that even elected officials risk criminal charges for standing up to federal overreach. But federal officials see it differently. ICE and Homeland Security argue that national immigration enforcement cannot be obstructed by local politics. From their point of view, Mayor Baraka knowingly trespassed and defied lawful orders. This clash raises a profound legal question. Who has the final say? State lawmakers or federal agencies? Under the U.S. Constitution, the federal government has supremacy in matters of immigration, but states have the right to regulate business, zoning, and health standards. especially when it involves private corporations operating in their territory. So when a federal agency like ICE contracts a private prison to operate in a state that has banned such facilities, the conflict isn't just political, it's constitutional. Legal experts say this case could make its way to federal court and may redefine the boundaries between local autonomy and federal enforcement power. After his release, Mayor Baraka doubled down.
The work that they did there trying to defend me in that place at the same time. God bless them. I don't want nobody else to get hurt or arrested out here while we out here. So I'm gonna ask us all when I leave to clear this place out completely. I want us to clear it out, clear the roads out, walk away from here, from this place. Do not stand out here, do not linger out here. Everybody is out here for one reason. We wanted to make sure that I'm out, I'm going home. I'm going to have dinner. And by God's grace, we'll get to do whatever we need to do again. We know that we're right, and Paul Robeson said the power of our demand is that what we ask for is correct.
Yes.
We're not asking for anything that's incorrect. We ask them to obey our laws, to obey the policies and rules here in the city and the state of New Jersey, not to run roughshod over the Constitution of the United States, the Bill of Rights, the 4th, the 5th, the 14th Amendment, that everybody on this soil deserves due process. That's the only thing that we're asking for. We're not asking for anything that's incorrect. I actually didn't come down there to protest. I came down there to support my Congress people. And it's okay. This is a part of what democracy is about. I'm glad everybody came out here for a show of support. I love y'all. I thank you. Please go home to your...
As a candidate for New Jersey governor, this arrest could either become a rallying cry or a political liability. For now, Baraka is being praised by civil rights groups and local leaders who see him as taking a bold stand against a growing wave of federal disregard for state policy. Meanwhile, ICE shows no signs of backing down. And Delaney Hall continues to operate. The bigger question is, what kind of country are we building when federal power silences local dissent and when private prisons become the face of immigration enforcement? This moment isn't just about Ross Baraka, it's about the balance of power in America. If a sitting mayor can be arrested for protesting a facility that violates his state's own laws, then what does that say about the value of state legislation? What good is democracy at the local level if federal contracts can simply override it? Are state rights now just symbolic, only valid when they don't interfere with Washington's agenda? This arrest forces us to ask, can cities still defend their communities from policies they reject? Or have we entered an era where federal muscle tramples local control? Stay informed, stay engaged. And if you believe in independent Black media holding power to account, support platforms like this one. Subscribe now. Share your voice. The future of local power may depend on it. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and share it with others who need to hear the truth. And for exclusive content and behind-the-scenes access, join the Black Westchester Magazine YouTube membership club today. Your support helps us keep independent Black media strong. Support independent Black media with style. Rock Black Westchester merch and represent the news with the Black point of view. Every purchase helps us speak truth to power. Black Westchester Magazine's People Before Politics show every Sunday at 6 p.m. It's the news with the Black point of view.